Hello once again, YouTube. Chris the Nightbringer here, bringing you some Starmade action. When we left off, we were almost done with this ship. I'm just going to modify some stuff for it real quick, and then it will almost be done. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to push this back, like I said we're going to do in the last episode, because it didn't feel like it was going back far enough. And so we got this coming up here. We're going to get rid of this. And what else can we get rid of in here? Not that, apparently. Can we add another one of these? Okay, so we got that, and then there's going to be this, and I'm thinking what we can do is we can actually have this kind of thing going on, where this thing comes out a lot, and I don't know if I want this to happen, because like I said, this doesn't need to happen, and I'm trying to figure this out, and it's very, very hard, and I don't know how to do this. I'm also thinking about changing how this is structured so that this looks a little bit smoother and more aerodynamic, even though it doesn't have to be aerodynamic. So I'm wondering if we can do something like this. Ooh, I actually like that. As weird as that looks. Oh, wrong side. As weird as that looks, I actually like the way that came out. We can come in here and do something like that for there. Okay, so we'll ignore that for now, but we're gonna come back here, and we're gonna do this stuff. So there's like these really weird fins in the back here, or something. I don't know what these are, to be honest. It's like I said in the last episode, it's like some sort of exhaust, and we're gonna put that there. We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna throw that there. And this back piece is gonna be black, just so it looks like some mechanical schizwaz is going on inside. And actually, there. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I don't like this so much, so we can change this too real quick. And this episode is all going to be about throwing in the systems and finishing up any details. For the back, let's see if we can add some details to the back piece here, or at least make this look a bit nicer. Throw that upside down. And off to the side. And on the inside of this. And now we can get rid of this because we have the entire length, height, and width already now determined. And if you remember, the core is down there, which means I have to rebuild this thing off camera. And I will do that off camera, and then I'll continue resumed with the finished product. And if you forgot why we did that, it's because we want to figure out how the ship is going to look before we figure out how we're going to get into the ship and what the ship is going to look like when we're done. So blah, blah, blah. And where all this stuff goes, because that's the hardest bit of this shipbuilding process, is figuring out where shit goes. So we come in here, and this laser beam, by the way, is going to come out maybe like that far is about good. And actually, that's pretty good size for that those two lasers. So we're going to come in here, right? And we're going to give this thing a cockpit. And we're actually going to turn that off so we can fucking do this. That's not the cockpit block. We're going to put it right there. And actually that might look retarded, so we're going to have to change the way that looks. Let's come back in here. So now we have an actual view from inside the cockpit. Okay. So that's what it looks like from in the cockpit. Very good. Back to building. Gonna give it a weapons computer. Oh, I forgot to actually put on the shit. Okay. I have to remember to do that now. We're gonna throw the weapons computer down here, I think, but we're gonna turn it so it looks fucking better. Okay, so we have the weapons computer, and now we need to add the weapons, which will have no power. We have to turn those so they look good. Okay, so now the weapons have been added. The two little small blaster guns in the front, or whatever the fuck they are. I'm actually sure that they fire like bullets or some sort of actual round into the enemy. We're gonna make this antenna black, I think. The entire antenna black. So that's gonna go there, and then just to give this thing a little bit of a sharper point. Oh, we can't use that. Never mind. Fuck. We're gonna use this. And we're going to give it an angle on the very end so that it looks kind of like an antenna, I guess. I don't know. So there's that. And what else? What other details can we add real quick while we're here? This piece here actually has an angle on it. So we're going to throw that there, and actually on this side as well, because I took off the thing and I forgot to do this one as well. So we have that now, and I'm going to turn that back on, because now we're going to do the actual missile array, as well as this, and we need gray as well. Okay, so the missiles come down and they're at an angle, so let's figure this out real quick. So we can have one there. Okay, not in that angle, but we'll figure that out after. And there. And there. And what'll happen is that goes there and this goes there. And that goes there. And that will be how the missile array looks. And that's actually very close to the size and the look of the missile array on the ship that we're building. And how can we attach this? I think we'll just come up here and make that. Oh, right. That actually works very nicely. So we're going to change this missile array, and this missile array thing goes back and is as long as about this, so it's 4, so we're going to change it so that these missiles are shooting forward now. And actually, now that I think about it, we have to add in the missile computer, so let me do that right now. And if you want, this is something you guys can do, is you can add two weapons computers to your ship, and that will allow you to control 2 different things at once. So this one is going to control all these missiles, and we're going to get rid of this. So this controls these missiles. And we're going to go back 1. So that's a pretty decent sized missile array for a small fighter bomber like this. Keep in mind that this is a drone sized ship. In the EVE Online game, you cannot even actually pilot these because they are so small, and you cannot even just use these in your own ships. You send them out from like your carrier ships. So keep that in mind, that these ships are not to be piloted in the game that I'm getting this from. They're drones. So there may be a pilot in them, but you don't control them at all, which means these ships are actually small enough where they just don't pack as much punch as something we'll be building in the future, or probably. Cannot fucking speak. I am very sorry. I apologize in advance. Oh, I forgot to do this. There's this business down here. Let me turn off this computer because we have now built that. Let's get out of there. I forgot to do this business though, which was actually connecting up this piece. And I'll use a component looking. When I say component, I mean these angled pieces. Because they look like machinery instead of hull. And that gets connected about right there. Let's get the other one. There. So that's connected on there right now. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's legit. That's pretty awesome. So we have all the weapon systems connected now. We need power and we need engines. So I'm not sure if this thing can fly very fast. It can turn. I need to add power. I just realized. We could possibly add the power to inside these engine blocks. So let me throw in a light real quick so you guys can see that we could throw in a whole crap load of power blocks in here, and that actually might just do the trick. So let's do that right now. Although, that being said, this is also very large, and we could easily put in engine blocks in there. Yeah, this is a very slow ship, and the thing that's notable about the ship that I'm building, or the people that build the ships that I'm building, is that they have very fast ships, from what I understand. So actually, what we might want to do is something a little bit different. We're gonna come in here. And while we already have engines in the back, we're going to add more inside this thing. Oh, I missed. And I broke something I wasn't supposed to. Let's put that back. And can I... Nope, okay. We can break all this hull in between. Except for there. Except for there. Or there. And this is what you want to do, is you want to clear out as much space internally so you can do all this cool stuff. Fuck. I did not mean to do that. It's just wasting more time. I'm just going to take this. Put that back. Okay, so we have plenty of space in here now. So we don't really have to worry, and we're going to focus on one side. But we want to add in some very nice big engines to the back of this. And we want to, if we can, try and connect them up. So, let's see if we cannot do that. It appears we actually could if we wanted to. So let's throw in some exposed engine area on the back of this here. And now that I'm looking, I can get rid of this right there. Can we even get rid of that? No, we can't. Okay. Totally my bad. Alright. So we have so much room in this ship for massive engines and whatnot. So we're going to do it. We're going to go all the way with these engines. We're going to make them fucking huge. So let's make them go the correct way so that they're aiming backwards like they should be. Let's throw in a light right here so we can fucking see. Just real quick. So we're going to throw in the engines in the back here and right there. And this engine is going to come out there. And this one we can change so that it looks like this. Let's reorientate that so that it looks correct. And now those two engines are connected. These two massive engines are connected. There's no power in the ship. So now we have to fix that problem, which we just kind of ruined for ourselves. We'll throw the power on the other side in the front. And this way, now we have a ship that we can enter and walk around a little bit in. Even though it's a fighter bomber, we can attend to maintenance and stuff inside the ship. So now we have power going through this thing, right? And we'll add power all over this bitch. And another thing we're going to do is, well, actually, something we're not going to do is add shields, because this ship does not have shields, or decent shields, should I say. So we're going to add in more of this, and well, actually, I'm going to get rid of this. Not that, however, so ignore that. And it's very dark in here, so let me throw up the light again. So now we have this, and we have to fix that. Come on. We're almost done with this ship, which is very good. So we're going to go back inside, and we're going to give this thing some small shields, nothing too crazy. I have some shields here, not a lot, because I knew that this ship did not have massive shields. So we're just going to throw these down here. Oh god. Oh wow. Okay, so that goes down quite a bit. And there's plenty of space down here too, which is very cool. So let's wait to put on the shields, and actually, let's see if we can put them down here instead. The shield unit here. Or should I put more power down here? I think I'll put more power in this bottom bit for these weapon systems. They would have their own power supply. Okay, so that's there. And we can put, I guess we'll put the shields at the top, actually. There we go. So now the shields are in place. They're not too crazy. They're actually pretty decent shields, and I guess that makes sense because this is a bomber compared to the fighter drones that I've made in the past, so I guess they would be a lot stronger. And I'm just going to fill in the rest of this with power until this thing is self-sufficient in terms of power. And then the rest of this space is probably going to be nothing, and then I'll show you the finished product in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm still going to have to add power, which is kind of ridiculous. Very crazy that this needs so much power. So I'll come back to you in a few minutes. We're pretty much done with the ship now. We've added all the details that we wanted to. Nothing too crazy is going on anymore. Just for the looks, we're going to add an engine here. Although it should be facing the correct way. And bam. Alright, so I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so I finished the ship. I made the duplicate. The original one is over there, and now I've finished. I'll show you all the details and things that I've changed. I added this little bit of a hood sort of thing to the wing, so it looked a little bit better. Let's see what else I did. I made this piece go up a little bit into this like downward piece coming down this hull area. Just to make it look a little bit more interesting and more accurate, because that's kind of what it does on the pictures I'm looking at. I brought forward these, and actually, now that I think about it, I have to add in some more stuff to this. So yeah, I'll do that later, but these have to be extended out a little bit just to make it look a little bit more better. But I brought forward the missile launchers, and there wasn't really much else in terms of changes. I added a door, so this is how you get inside the ship, and you can just like descend into it. There's a little bit of shielding here, a lot of hull armor. There's a entire wall of engines at the back, and you can access these two engine side things, like the pods to the engines. Off to the side here, we have the 3 weapons computers and a gravity unit, so you can actually jump down into the gravity of the ship. And here's the engine, or the ship core, right? And from here you get a view from this location, and then if you want to go into the cockpit you can do that, and then you zoom out. And there you have it. So we've completed this ship. I'll just show you the actual damage this thing can unleash. So let me go down below the planet real quick. It is pretty good on the acceleration. There's so many engines packed into this thing, and so many power cores that it really just like is loaded with everything it needs to go fast quickly. So we could shoot this. This takes out about a block at once. And of course, you can adjust those for whatever your preference is. And then we have the 2 missile pods, which do a pretty decent amount of damage. Yeah, those do pretty good amounts of damage, and considering that the main function of this ship is to serve as a bomber, I think that's pretty good. It seems to be pretty good at bombing shit. And to be completely honest, these aren't even the largest missiles we'll ever build in this build series where we build ships. I don't know what we're going to be doing next. Probably something like a frigate. An actual frigate from the game that you could play, because like I said, I build all these ships based off the EVE Online game, and that's where I get all my ideas for ships and stuff. So comment, rate, favorite, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this video. Tell me what you think of this ship. If you want to see more, if there's a specific ship you want me to try and build that you know of, go ahead and tell me. I don't really mind. I can't guarantee you that I'll want to build it, so I can't guarantee that I will actually build it, but you can certainly tell me what you would like to see in the future, or if you want to see something really big. I think in my free time, I'm going to build a shipyard, and we'll build our ships in there instead of over this planet. So I'm going to go find like a section of space that I can build a shipyard in. We'll have some really cool shit going on down there in a shipyard and shit. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, favorite, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Leave me some feedback down below because I really want to know what you guys think, and click the link at the end of the video to watch the next episode, and I will see you guys later.